you find out that what you thrive well, you live well, you have light to do things, you have water. Water is very important for life. And if you look at one of the goals there, you see that what water is included because what water is very important to each and every one of us. Are we together? So when we have access to these things, we'll see that what we'll see that the society now will thrive well. The society will be a better place for us to live because we have all these things at our disposal. So what? We will live well. Now another thing is what? Inadequate health care. That's the third point. Inadequate health care. You people will agree with me that what? In terms of health facilities, having access to all these medical stuffs, health stuffs that cover up our health and other things, we discover that what those things are not put in place. A lot of people are suffering there. Malaria is killing people, typhoid is killing people, a lot of sickness diseases are just there killing people because what? People don't have access to all these things. Imagine you were to have access to all these things. You know that what you'll be very much healthy because what you'll be treated when you are down, you'll be treated, you go to your hospital, you get treated, and then you come back and you start your hustlings of life. Imagine if you were to be down now, most of you will not be here. Assuming this girl were to be down now, she will not be able to come to school because what? She's ill. And we all know the importance of school. So imagine if this girl now decides not to come to school, she stays at home because she's down. She will not learn one. She's supposed to be a better person in the society, but because she didn't come to school, she didn't learn. She can't be. She can't. She can't. Are we together?
Yes.
So if we have access to adequate health facilities, we see that what the society will grow well. We will be able to reduce poverty to the world to the minimum level. Are we together?
Yes.
Then another thing is what? Educational facilities, inadequate educational facilities. Of a truth, the government has been trying. They've been trying of a truth, and of a truth, they've not been trying when it comes to education. Some persons, whether we like it or not, some persons in some places have not yet, are yet to receive this education that we are benefiting here. Forget the fact that we all are in school, we receive all these things. Our teachers are here helping us. Thank you so much for the teachers we have around. And if not for the teachers, we also will not be standing here. But imagine those persons in those places whereby they are unable to receive what we are receiving here. What would they be? They will not be as learned as we. So they will not get to learn what we are learning now. All these things we are telling you, they won't get to hear it. And that's where ignorance comes in, whereby they will just do things the way they feel like doing. And what? Illiteracy will come in too. They will just be doing things with I don't care attitude because what? They don't know what actually is going on. And now such kind of people, you find out that what? Since they just live life, they live life very, let me just live like that, like that. You find out that that's how they are life. But God forbid, we don't pray for such for them. We pray that what we are benefiting here will reach each and every one of them. Are we together? Now we look at our population as well. That's the next point. We see that our population is increasing. I was looking at our population, research on our population, and I found out that we are close to 200 million right now in the country. We are close to 200 million, and even though the economy is growing, we say the economy is growing. The economy is growing, but it's not growing the way our population is growing. So even though we are trying to create things, we are trying to produce, trying to come up with things that will help us, those things will not be able to reach each and every one of us. Imagine if I were to bring 10 slices of bread and give these two girls here to share. They will end up getting 5-5, right? They will end up getting 5-5. But imagine person comes in, they become 3, and then I make it 11 slices of bread. The number of slices of bread has increased. Do we agree? Yes. From 10 to 11. And now it's become 3, right? How many will each of them get? Will it be up to that 5 that these 2 get? No, it won't. Just like the economy now. The economy, yeah, is growing, but the population is growing more than what we are producing. So we see that what? Even when they release things to us, or it won't reach us because what? We are more than what we have. So if we are being enlightened, if we know all these things, we know that God, we will find a way to control our population. Even if we cannot control the population, we will find a way to increase what we are producing. In this instance now, the bread example I made now, since I know it will not reach them all, I don't want to take this girl out. I will decide what to increase the number of bread so that what it will reach them all and they will go home happy. Are we together?
Yes.
Then, since another point is that what if we can come up with entrepreneurial, what am I saying? Okay, entrepreneurship. Encouragement has not been there when it comes to entrepreneur and the rest that would promote our skills, whether we like it or not. Each of some of us here have something that we know how to do very well. Apart from this thing that they teach us in school, there is something you can do. Some of us can sew, some of us can cut hair, some of us can do a lot of things that can bring money to us. Now, if we can encourage each and every one of us, if those things were to be in the system now, we will see that what, even where the government don't get to do those things, we do what? We will encourage ourselves on these things. Because what? It is there. But because that thing is there, that thing is not there, even when it's there, some persons are discouraged that nobody is there to encourage me. Some persons are there discouraging those that already are we together?
Yes.
That already have it in them. Some persons are there to discourage them. So we found out that what that entrepreneur that is supposed to build us, that is supposed to lead us up, take us up, will just be dying. Because what? There is no encouragement. Now, these and other factors that I wouldn't want to mention because of time, because we have other things to do. We have other things to do. These and other factors have contributed to this poverty. Having looked at all these things now, we can go ahead and tell ourselves the solutions to all these causes. Now, the first thing we have there is what? I said corrupt system. Now, for that system to change from being corrupt, from being bad to something good, is for those things that are mentioned now to be checked. Now, the first thing I said there was what?
Corrupt system.
Yeah, I said corrupt system. I said for that corrupt system now to be changed into being good, that will result to poverty being reduced. Those other things I listed, the little corruption now, has to be checked. The first one there is what? You said?
Inadequate social facilities.
Yes. If only the government can try and these facilities are being made available, we'll see that what? We will have access to all these things. When those facilities are there, you have good food to eat, you have water to eat, to drink, and then what? You'll be in good health. And when you are in good health, that's when you will be able to move on with life well, you'll be able to thrive well, you'll be able to come to school, you'll be able to do whatever thing you can do to make yourself a better person. Are we together? Yes. Now, what's the next thing? Inadequate healthcare. Remember, I told you that for you to come to school, for you to be able to do what you are doing now,